So without further ado, I have it broken down into categories. The first is for this week, I want you to take a look at this first thing called links for movies. Okay. And I want you to choose your movie. But first, we must go over the instructions. So the instructions for this assignment are listed here as well as listed in the syllabus. This mimics the syllabus wording as well. So there's nothing that's in addition to the syllabus. So the objectives of this assignment are to identify relevant gerontology concepts from a selected movie, substantially relate the concepts presented in the movie to course content in textbook readings and or outside research. If you feel that you want to do some outside research, you don't have to, okay? And evaluate whether concepts were accurately portrayed in the movie based on information learned in the course. I want you to take a look at your textbook chapters as your areas of discussion for evaluation as you apply the information to the movie itself. So, for example, now I don't have the book in front of me. Okay. So let's say chapter 5 is on caregiving, which I know it's not. I think it's chapter 13, but I think, or chapter 12. If we're looking at chapter 5, caregiving, and you're watching a movie, you're watching Still Alice. Still Alice is about an early onset Alzheimer's patient and her relationship that she has with her husband, as well as the relationships that she has with her 3 children. So, from a caregiving point of view, who became her caregivers? She was the business person, or she was a professional, and she moved into. I don't want to give all this away in case some of you want to watch Still Alice. So you apply specific information from those chapters to those points in the movie. Okay. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be writing a 4 to 6 page paper on this. This is not a movie review. This is not a movie synopsis. Okay. So I want you to just think of this in the broader sense of, you don't have to explain to me what happened in the movie. I don't need to know if Betty dies in the end. Unless that has something to do with the points that you're making in your paper. So for example, if when we have the death and dying bereavement chapter coverage, that would be the part where you would talk about Betty dying. Okay. I don't need to hear this movie is about blah, 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 and this happened and this occurred and then Betty died. Okay. What I want you to do is have a brief introduction to the movie. Tell me why you chose it. Okay. And then you're just going to break it down so you're going to have an introduction, and then you're going to break it down and you're going to identify 2 or 3 of the most salient gerontology concepts in the selected movie. And by salient, that means what you found to be the most important. So if you choose a movie that deals with somebody retiring and the difficulty that they're having with retiring, well, you'd be talking about the retirement chapter. You might also talk about Social Security. So it doesn't have to be. The easiest approach is if you can look at it by chapter, because by chapter, that's a broad category. And then there's little bits of information in there that you can apply. Or if you feel that the whole movie is about retirement,